Today we have Kane with us. Hi, Kane.
Hello. Hey, Dev. How you going?
I'm good, thank you. And thanks for coming around, Kane. Kane is the CEO of Good Sammy's. And before we go in specific questions on purpose, would love to know more about your background, your experience, and what has happened in your life to work around your purpose.
Well, I'm really fortunate to be here, and I would describe myself as a purpose-driven leader. So to talk on the topic of purpose and values and what that means to me as an individual and to my organisation, Good Sammy, is a really good fit. And I think for me, I grew up in Melbourne and the only child of a single mother, and so instilled into me some really core values of working hard, of being inclusive to friends and their community, and also striving to achieve things that you aspire for. So I came over to Western Australia in 2007 after studying in Melbourne, working in Melbourne, and I rented a house in Cottesloe, and I married the landlord's daughter, and so I've been in Western Australia ever since that time. And my wife Sarah and I have got two children, James who's 3 and Finn who is 7, and we've spent some time in Sydney and are now back in Perth. And for my career had been one really in the resource sector as a consultant for mining and oil and gas sector originally in Australasia and South America and throughout Asia. And when I came to Western Australia, I began transitioned from resources to private equity and then into the state government. And so I spent about 8 years with the Insurance Commission, which has a core mission to help people who are injured in car crashes and at work recover, get back to work, get back home, and improve their independence. So my role was one around strategy, customer engagement, around government relations, and worked for a fantastic team, really trying to inject purpose and understanding of our role into the broader business. But my connection to disability came 5 years ago when my son, who was 2 at the time, Finn, we received a diagnosis of a term now we're very familiar with, but at the time we were not. And his diagnosis was Angelman syndrome. And we now know that's a rare disease. It affects 1 in 15,000 people. And its attributes include having a non-verbal disability, include fine and gross motor challenges, a seizure disorder, and learning challenges as well. And so that's been a tremendous thing for Finn, for Sarah and I and our family and community as well. And ever since that diagnosis, my eyes have been opened up to the world of disability, and I've now found my true calling about trying to strive for better outcomes for people with disability.
Very powerful.